What's up? What's up? What's up? Is it hard for you to save money? Do you sometimes not know where to start? Well, I've had that problem too. But over the years, I've become kinda good at saving money. At least in certain situations. So in this video, we are going to be talking about how I plan to save money for all of the things I have going on this year, especially music festivals like Bonnaroo. So if you're into music festivals, music in general, or you just kind of like watching me on my journey, or if you like wacky waving inflatable tube men, like and subscribe. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man! Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man!
I am ready for festival life.
So now let's see if we can save some money. And the best way I think to do that is to talk about the 4 things that make it hard for me to save money and how I try to conquer those things. And then at the end of the video, I'm actually going to be going over 3 artists that are on the Bonnaroo lineup. I had mentioned I was going to do that in my previous video. So I'm just going to go through my opinion of their music and just a little bit of the basics about the artist so that if you're going to that festival or just looking for new music, you know a little bit more about these particular artists. I'd have to say the number one thing that keeps me away from saving money, and I think keeps a lot of people away from saving money, is it's not any fun. Saving money isn't any fun. It's really frustrating. You're going to the store, you see something cool that you want, an Xbox One or whatever, and you have the money from your check to buy one, but you don't buy one. Why? Because you're trying to save money and you don't really need an Xbox One. Oh, that's super fun. I hate that. Saving money is the concept of having money, wanting things, not getting things. And you know what? That doesn't make sense. And so that's why you have to not allow yourself to think about it that way. You have to, here's a little shout out from CrossFit, find your why to save money. You have to remember when you're going about your day and making the choices to not spend money in certain areas, what that money is for. Whether that money is for a music festival, whether that money is for a vacation to the Rocky Mountains, whether that money is for a trip to China, or whether that money is money that you are putting away for the safety and security of yourself and your family. Because if you're just choosing not to have things, you're gonna feel just your happiness drained by that. But if you're choosing to have things instead, it's going to be a lot easier conversation in your mind. And in reality, saving money, the mental part is probably the hardest battle. The number 2 thing that makes it hard to save money is your job. Your job doesn't give you enough money. Your job doesn't give you enough hours. Your job doesn't give you enough opportunities to have money. I know a lot of people are in different situations, but for me, I sometimes notice is a lot of people say that they want more money, but they're making mistakes in their life that, although not intentional, are causing them to miss work, causing them to decline extra hours of overtime and extra shifts because they don't have that work-finance relationship. And when I say work-finance relationship, I guess I mean that you have to understand that the work that you do, in some cases if you're talking about raises, the quality of work that you do, and the amount of work that you do, and the amount of time you put in, can change the amount of money you make, therefore changing your available money, therefore changing the amount of money you can save.
So for me, every time my boss asks me to stay late, I always actually think about it as a dollar sign. This is the amount of money that I'm going to get for staying late. This is an amount of money that I could save or even enjoy and just have fun with. So always make sure to relate the amount that you work, or the amount that you invest, or the amount that you hustle, to the amount of money that you can save.
Number 3 thing that stops you from saving money
is other people. Other people suck. Other people suck.
You see, other people will call you, ask to borrow $100 because they know you have $100. Other people will call you and ask you to do an activity that you never wanted to do just because they want to do it, and ask you to pay for it, or ask you to pay for your portion of it when you never wanted to do that thing. And now I'm not saying never hang out with your friends again. I love hanging out with my friends. I love it when my friends practically drag me out of my house to do social activities, because socialization is important. However, if you have a goal to save money for a specific thing, do not let your friends' financial decisions, or your family's financial decisions, or the people around you's financial decisions affect your goals. If you want to save up $600 for karate lessons so that you can be an actual ninja, and you're focused on that, and your friend wants to sign up for Boy Scouts so he can be the next Indiana Jones in real life, then you shouldn't sign up for Boy Scouts and pay $300 to do that. Why? Because you're not going to be a Boy Scout. You're going to be a ninja. So it doesn't make sense for you to spend $300 doing something you never wanted to do in the first place so that you can hang out with your Boy Scout friend. If you have a true friendship or a true relationship with another person, you can find things to do with them that don't necessarily cost a lot of money for the purpose of your goals. And make sure they're aware of your goals so that they know how to react to you in the future. Reason number 4, bills. Yeah, we've all got bills. I mean, gosh, even when I was 16 years old, I had bills. I had my cell phone bill that I had to deal with. And a lot of people say that the reason why they can't save money is they have too many bills. And I totally get that. But the question I always say is, what is a bill to you? Because to me, a bill is something that you need to survive, or to at least live a human, American, or whatever country you might live in life. There are other bills that some would argue I have that I don't consider bills. I don't consider them bills because they're not necessary. If I have a goal to do something, I don't have to have those things. I can choose to cut those things off so that I can have more money to save for the thing that is my priority. And so for number 4, you just got to prioritize. If you look at your bills, if you add up all your bills and you realize that you don't have enough money left to save for your goal, make sure they're all real bills. Because if you got your Netflix and your Hulu and you're talking about how the most important thing in your life is going to Scotland, then maybe you don't need Netflix and Hulu. Well, yeah, but I'll lose my mind. Cool, then you're prioritizing Netflix and Hulu over Scotland, and that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I love Netflix. It's just something that you have to realize in your mind so that you don't constantly get angry at yourself for not saving money. But that is that saving money rant. I feel like I got a little high energy there. But now I am going to go on to some of the artists that are going to be playing at Bonnaroo and talk about those. So since this is actually just the end of a video, we are just going to be talking about 3 specific artists that will be playing at Bonnaroo. And I'm going to go with 3 really basic artists. We've got the lineup over here, and I'll be crossing them out in the videos to come so you know which ones I've gone through before. So, number 1 is, of course, we'll go ahead and go over Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus is actually from Nashville, I believe. She's an incredibly popular artist. She's really kind of done some really impressive things in music. I mean, I feel like a lot of people would hate on me for calling her a legend, but in my opinion, she is. She has done country music. She has done a little bit of rap music, you should say. She did some collabs and whatnot that were a little questionable, but she did some rap music that I personally enjoyed. There were some fun hits to listen to. And she also has done quite a few pop hits. She's also known for her personality as Hannah Montana, that with some childhood stuff that she did. Another musical artist, she might play some Hannah Montana hits. That'd be kind of cool, but we never can tell. She is probably she's definitely one of the top headliners on the list. Number two, we're going to talk about Bass Nectar. If you haven't heard of Bass Nectar, or Miley Cyrus for that matter, you've been living under a rock. Bass Nectar is one of the hugest, most popular dubstep, drum and bass artists that you will ever hear. He's definitely at the top of his league. He's incredible. He's popular.
He is the one with the lasers.
You see hearing that on this channel if you watch enough of my videos. He gives incredible light shows. I certainly expect that at Bonnaroo, it being such a major event. He's going to put on a pretty incredible show. I have heard that Bass Nectar's solo shows, the shows where he's headlining on his own, are a little bit better than him at a festival. That's what I've been told. I did recently see him on NYE for his New Year's Eve 360 event. If you want to check that out, links in the description. And now we're going to talk about another incredible artist. We're going to talk about Ganja White Knight. Ganja White Knight is on this lineup as well. Ganja White Knight has had a crazy, incredible year. He has been touring like crazy. I think that he is, in my opinion, at a peak in his career. I mean, not a peak, but he's at a higher point in his career than he has been previously. I am super impressed with him as an artist. I love going to his shows. I've seen him like 5 times this year. I got a link in the description to a video of me seeing Ganja White Knight. He is also the one with the lasers. He is an incredible dubstep artist. He is known for his wobbles. I can't explain them. You have to hear them, but you will notice a very clear difference between what Ganja White Knight does and what Bass Nectar does, even though they are both considered dubstep. So, that's a little taste of Bonnaroo. We will have much, much more for you in the next video. So, like and subscribe. Show some love to the channel. Check back, because we got more content and we're gonna do weird stuff. Weird stuff.